I was not expecting such a deep and thoughtful question.
Congratulations. I'm so glad to be talking to you guys. We talked briefly before last year, and the show is just phenomenal, so I'm excited to be here today. There's a sense that justice doesn't always look like closure, especially for you guys. So in season 2, what does the word solved actually mean to you and to these characters?
Okay, that was a question I was not expecting such a deep and thoughtful question. Because we were like we were being super silly about the mics, and then I was like, oh wow, you really put thought and time, and we gotta bring together. That's such a really solved from a perspective of. So it's why that question is so cool for me is like nothing is solved, you know, when you're in your life, like you're just kind of going forward, and your characters are going through these various challenges, right? And you know, Arch is going through her own personal journey, and Fitz has got his own thing, and it's like you're never there. There is no there. But in terms of what their job is, like their dedication to their work and to like solving the riddle of each case each week, and that is something that they can hold on to. And I think for an audience, it's like your audience, I don't think, or at least me as a viewer, I don't want a resolution from all things, but it is nice to kind of go through a journey of a show like this, to have a spine of something that you can feel satisfaction through that solve. I don't know if that answers your question, but do you have?
Oh my God, can I add anything to this? I agree on the fact that nothing is ever really solved, and that's the contrast between their job, because they solve crimes, so a case closed, but they're trying to solve their own issues also. But it's going to take more time, I guess, than solving just crimes, because like working on yourself is like the work of a lifetime. And do you ever close your own personal case? That's the question that we'll find out at the end of
when you die.
When you die, yeah. I didn't want to say it, but I was like at the end of our lives, when we die.
Not to get all super dark, but when my father passed away, the moment he passed away, my mother said the best line ever. She was like, "Now he knows what it's all about."
Oh, you should use it. It's
well, it's pretty. Well, I just did, I think, but it's like, but it's like, that's the only solve, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, who knows what that is?
That's true.
Who knows?
We'll know.
Who knows what you go through to that? Anyway, this got really deep.
But yeah.
It's your own fault for having such a thoughtful question.
Sorry. I mean, I'm gonna hit you with another one, hopefully. But for you specifically, Allan, you're balancing multiple roles. I mean, you're co-creator, co-showrunner, co-writer, co-lead, obviously. Was there a scene this season where being inside the character gave you insight into all of these creative choices that you have the ability to make?
So, yeah, what I find really interesting from an actor perspective is like being ready for being super prepared from a background. Like when I'm doing a movie or a TV show that I or a play that I didn't write, it's like I spent a lot of time developing my idea of where they come from, or what their story is, what their conflict is, what their problems are, what they want, even right down to almost every thought they might have in a scene. And I write it, I thoroughly do that. And then when you get to the floor with like, particularly if you get to work with someone like Josephine, where you can't go in with a plan, you have to be ready in case you get, you kind of lose it or you lose confidence or something, but you have to be ready to be what is happening in front of you and roll with it. And that's my favorite thing about working with you, is like, we don't plan anything. The script does it, and then you get in there and you just play as the person. So when you're in the position that I'm in, where I have all of those answers, because there isn't a script that Rubina and I are not thoroughly rewritten, either from scratch or we're rewritten from outline to noted every draft and done passes on every draft. So by the time I get to the floor as Fitz, I can trust I know what all of the things are that I'm feeling and living in that moment. So like that's like it's not so much about what the character, like I feel like that's my entire existence as this character, because you know, you can have all the answers, but then you have to throw it all away, no matter what, I can't be in there and be like, well, I thought the
wrote
scene was going to
this.
be this.
Yeah.
You know, it's often rewrote it, but it's like, I thought it was going to go this way. Or, I mean, that's the death to a scene. So working with you, like, it's the same. Josephine cannot tell a lie in life or on screen.
Yeah, that's a problem in
And
real
you're an
life because I
actress.
cannot lie. It can be useful sometimes, but it just I'm going to tell you something and my face is going to tell you otherwise. So yeah, I cannot lie. But as an
I don't
actor,
give no
but do we
answers.
really lie as actors? That's the, I don't think we do.
It's
You
a common
can't. If you lie,
misconception.
like you're a bad actor. It's going to show. You have to be very sincere and just we don't want to lie as an actor.
We pretend.
We pretend,
Yeah.
but we don't lie.
We pretend. It's a hard distinction for people because you're not lying. Because if you're lying, you're shit.
You're wrong. Yeah.
It's like, but you pretend to live in the skin of this person, and then you have to be truthful. How would you explain that in further detail? It's somewhat tough one, isn't it?
Oh yeah, but I think we did pretty well. But there was, for example, I'm not gonna spoil anything. There was a scene that we shot on a rooftop, beautiful scene, and the way we did it wasn't really how it was
Conventional.
written.
Yeah.
But just because we got caught in the moment, I mean, your interpretation was different from what was on paper, just because we were just playing together and like what I was saying or feeling just brought something different in him than what was on paper. And I think it ended up being really sweet. So
This is my favorite scene of my
yeah.
career.
Yeah, apparently.
Bold
Yeah,
statement.
it's wonderful.
I'm serious. It was a number of things, but we were chasing sunrise. It was everything had to be. We were on a rooftop. Everything had to be like safety. We had to be like really careful. But the sun was rising, and we didn't need the sunrise shot. The other thing, I'm like old enough now that whatever. So we don't get the sunrise, but still, this gorgeous, spectacular view. It's gonna be fine. But anyway, we ended up getting the sunrise shot, and I feel like we were both super inspired by everyone around us, working to get to that place to get this beautiful thing. Like everybody around us, all of our crew, everyone was so calmly doing their job, getting stuff, picking up the thing, doing the thing. The sun is rising, and it's like you and I have this giant scene, and we just everyone just threw it all away and did it. That has nothing to do with what you asked. I'm sorry.
No, we just
It makes
We talk a
sense.
lot.
It makes sense. Both of your characters came to this island for their own reasons, but the island does kind of shape them both differently than how they initially expected. So I'm wondering for you guys, what surprised you about your characters the first season and now seeing how they've changed being in this place for longer than they maybe expected?
First season for Art was really about being that strong, independent, fearless woman that, not that she doesn't have any emotions, but she just doesn't show them. I think it's a kind of protection, you know? Some people who look very tough, most of the time are very sweet in the inside. And season 2 for her is more about showing more vulnerabilities. And that's something I told you last year. He asked me, what would you want to play in season 2? Something different? And I said, I want to see her more vulnerable. And my wish came true because, it's so hard for her because she came to Saint-Pierre for a very specific reason. And all of her beliefs suddenly just collapsed when she found out that Gallagher is basically her father. So I picture her as a high-speed train, like she never stops, because sometimes when you're always busy and then you stop doing stuff, you just have to face reality and be like, okay, so this is what my life is all about, and this is the demons I have to fight. That's why sometimes people just keep on going and never stop. This is how I see Arch. But this year, she'll have to slow down a little bit and just face reality and question herself and just, be like, what is my life all about? Have I made the right choices? What can I do differently? And so it's going to be a huge challenge for her.
Yeah, I love that. And I know we're running out of time, so I'll ask you one last question. I don't know about you guys, but personally, I love creating playlists for characters, just that kind of give their aura or give inspiration for them. So if you had to give each of your characters a song for this season to describe them or maybe the feel, what would it be?
Well, I'm curious too because I was wondering what song you were playing.
Oh, God. I'm panicking right now because I have a given answer and I don't
No, but you were listening to a song.
I was listening to a song?
in that scene on the rooftop.
Oh, yeah, but
You don't
can't
want
really-
to share that.
I can share that, but I don't want to I don't want to spoil anything. It's a very emotional scene, and
I
like
see.
every actors has their techniques and everything. But there's a French song that I listen every time I have to get emotional, and I was just listening to it with my little AirPod. It's a French song about something really sad, but I can't say too much because I don't want to spoil anything. Yeah.
Josephine also and her mom wrote a song that is like that she played for me that would be the biggest spoiler of all, I think, emotionally. It's like, because it was like so inner workings of their dynamic, but that was super cool too. It's like but if everyone heard it, it would be the spoiler of like season 10 or something.
Yeah, probably.
It was like so
yeah,
internal.
I just got inspired by our characters, and I just wrote a song with my parents. But yeah,
In your spare time.
yeah, maybe you'll get to hear it one day.
I bet
Just
one of the the DVD releases, we'll discuss it and be like, hey, this is the thing where you actually sing it or something. But and for me, like, I don't have a playlist for a character because I don't go through it that way with music. But we pick songs for the edits for the show. So like, for me, it's way bigger. It's not about the theme of the character; it's the theme of the show. We've got such awesome songs for season 2.
Oh yes.
And I don't know if you know the latest one that we got, but we've got. Well, why can't I say it? It's not like a spoiler. We've got
It's not gonna give
Radiohead
away
this
anything.
year.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, we've got like some really, really cool songs. What's the episode 2 song? Anyone? Franz Ferdinand. Yeah, take me. Yeah, take me. It's really neat.
Yeah. I think I have the answer for my character. I think it would be. I'm just thinking about something. A fighter from Christina Aguilera. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that song. I think it's very powerful, and yeah. So I think that would be her song.
Well, congratulations on everything again, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
for your time.